Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with Trayburn's RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your J-Flight SLX 264 BH bunkhouse travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. First, your awning on your campsite. Be plenty of room for that to come in and out. And your off campsite, I just want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be behind your rear tire, right above your rear tire, on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your city water connect for campsites is going to be right above your tires as well. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you do is level your unit. Power tongue jack here on the front. Simply hit down to lower, up to raise. You do have a night docking light should you arrive at night, and a manual override here under this rubber stopper for that hand crank should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners unit, you have these stabilizing jacks, 3/4 inch hand crank. Just crank them right down. Now as I crank them down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jacks. Stabilizing jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight and keep these from sinking into the ground. Use your 10% off coupon, get a 4-pack, and I want you to run these down just until they're taut. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So once you have any type of resistance on your hand crank, you know you're far enough. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You only want to run them down to their taut on top of your jack pads. Once you have all four of your jack pads down and our stabilizing jacks down, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Now your power cord stores conveniently inside your unit. Simply pull it out, push it back in there when you're done. At the end of this 30 amp service, should you need it, is a 30 to 110 adapter to plug in at home. Got our power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. City Water connects for campsites. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here or your black tank flush. Put that in, hook up your hose. But don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater real quick. Gonna be by your entry doorway. Oh, here it is. Around the corner on your campsite. All we're doing at this point, make sure our drain plug's back on. Get that on there nice and snug. Once that's on there snug, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now after that hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your water taps. Once the air is no longer running through the lines and you got a nice steady flow of water, you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go boondocking. Well, in that case, we'll fill up our fresh water tank. Or as they also call it, potable water. Now here you don't need a water pressure regulator, simply use a hose. Fill that up. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check the levels of your battery in your fresh and black and gray tanks. Hold your fresh water button down. That'll tell you when this is full. Just remember now, when using this potable fresh water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Turn on your water pump when boondocking. Do not turn it on when hooked up to city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we got our power and water hooked up. I'll walk you around the unit here. Show you a few other things. You have this big pass-through storage here. On your off-camp side, you have a flue for your furnace. Two things: one, do not block it, and two, if you're running your furnace, you see hot, hot, hot. It will get hot. Fresh water. There's your drain for that. Your city water connection. That is a flue for your a vent for your microwave. Your power. Outdoor shower. Your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump your black and gray holding tanks. There's our other low point drain. And this is where you plug your cable in. If you have a ladder on the back of your unit, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check your seams on your roof. Caulk as needed and maintain your roof. I also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. A device you purchased from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera for the unit. And your spare tire with a cover. Over here on your campsite, you have your hot water heater. Talk about your awning real quick. If your camp is down there and it starts raining, you want to pitch the water this way, simply pull it down on that pitch adjust and that'll run your water down this way. You do the same on the other end. Your big outdoor storage area. Here's where you can set a TV outside. There's a 110, the cable hookup for that. And here's where you clamp your TV on. Solid steps, we'll bring them up. And leave it in the campsite. Here's your pass-through storage with your hitch work. The propane does have a cover and a regulator. Be pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go check out the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I'd like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of emergency. Coming over here on the wall, I'm going to run your awning the rest of the way out. So you see the top is gray, bottom is white. You don't want to run that until that bar that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your bar. It will extend past that, so keep an eye on it when you run it out. Your speakers are in the end of your awnings. We'll run this back in for you real quick. Alright, we got your awning in. Walk you through the rest of the unit. So just below your awning will be your exterior lights and your interior lights. Down behind your dinette here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking, you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect. Well, you don't have battery disconnect. Disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. On your table, simply lift your table up, remove those legs, set your table on these lips here on both sides, put your back cushions on top for another bed. Prep for a TV in here. Here's your vacuum for, if you plug a TV in, plug your cable in, before you run your digital channel scan at the local, to get local channels, make sure that green light's on. That's a digital channel enhancer to allow you to pick up more channels. Below here, DVD, CD, AM, FM, Bluetooth stereo with 3 zones. Turn it up by turning this to the right. Zone 1, shut off. Zone 2, outdoors. Zone 3, front, all of them on. See 1, 3, and 2. Different modes to go through. You can hook up auxiliaries, HDMI. Nice system. Here's your thermostat. Let's go ahead and turn the air on. So our air conditioner kicked on. We shut the air conditioner off. You notice the AC fan shuts off rather quickly. I'm going to turn your furnace on. Furnace kicked on. You will notice when you shut the furnace fan off, it takes a few minutes for that fan to shut off. Got a slide here for your curtain up here. One touch individual lighting for your bunk areas. You do have some storage underneath your bottom bunk. It's accessible from outdoors. Come back in your bathroom. Here's your light. Here's a hand crank open exhaust vent. Another 110 out here. For your sink, just maintain your plumbing. Keep an eye on your plumbing. It's all PEX, but you're bouncing a house down the road, so keep an eye on things and make sure that everything's staying nice and tight. Your North cold fridge, we'll turn that on. So whatever's white is what it's controlling. So we're going over here, we're talking about the temperature of the freezer. Over here, the fridge, we like to keep the fridge on 3 and the freezer on 5. And this last button is in night mode. That's telling the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Save me some power. And it does so. Down below your fridge, it's going to be your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A self-explanatory microwave, a light and fan. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. You notice when you go to light, it'll turn from blue to red. Hit your spark and there's your flame. Same thing on your oven, no pilot light anymore. Turn this to the light button, right there. Hit your spark down here. That'll light your oven, and then just set it to the desired temperature. Click your panel light down, and that'll give you an oven light. Above your sink over here is where you check the levels of things. There's your brand new battery. Fresh water, that's where you can tell when the potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Your water heater if hooked up to gas. Your water heater if hooked up to electric. There's your smoke alarm. Come back in the bedroom. Main thing I want to mention back here is when you travel, make sure that you snap this bedroom door closed, or open, excuse me. This is wired for solar. This is a template. If this unit ever gets wired completely for solar, this will show the text where everything is at. Prep for a TV back here. This backer here, you can take this and take the same TV that you have in here in the bedroom and snap it to the same thing outside. So you don't have to buy multiple TVs for that. You can just use this one to take outside if you want to watch TV out there. You have this accent light. And a couple of 110s. And of course, your storage from underneath. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. So the first thing I like to do, shut off my interior lights at the main switch, because then I can walk through the unit and make sure that I've shut off all of my lighting. It's like our bedroom doors, or our bathroom lighting, excuse me, our bedroom lighting still on. See, a lot of this is individual one-touch lighting, which is nice. You can dim them all except for like one at night to walk through the unit. Got all of our lights off. Then we can exit the unit. Coming out of the unit, you want to make sure this door is all the way open. Otherwise, this will catch on it. So set this inside. Make sure this is locked. That locks your steps in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, we're going to unhook our cable, unhook our water, unhook our power, and bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Now before going to our hot water heater, if we are boondocking, you're going to open up this low point drain, dump your fresh tank. If you are at a campsite, you're going to open up these low point drains. Then you're going to come around to your hot water heater. you know, lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remaining of your water out of there. Once that's out, you can pull your hot water drain. Now make sure you snap this back down, otherwise your door will not close. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be almost all the way at the rear on your off campsite. Got a 10-foot hose here. Hook that up and pull your black handle. That's to be your handle on the right, your black holding tank. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, you're going to leave that black handle open. Again, with your water pressure regulator, you're going to hook up a hose at the dump station to your tank flush. Hook that up, again, leaving your black handle open. Turn that hose on. Run it for a good 5 minutes, let it wash all that nastiness out of there. Once that's done, unhook your hose, close your black handle, pull your gray water. That's going to be cleaner water, it's your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Again, but thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this J-Flite for many years to come. Happy camping.